Hello YouTube, and welcome to DBTGamer Special. I'm not the sort of person who does clickbait videos, I promise. But I have some anger that I need to get out. Capcom, let's just say you screwed up. Resident Evil 3 Remake. I was pretty excited about this game recently, and I was all willing to buy it, pre-order it, and give you my money. Yeah. I'm disappointed.
Resident Evil 3.
So, let's start this rant. Resident Evil 3 Remake, what do I think of it? Well, you may be saying, DBTGamer, how can you talk about a game that you've never played? Well, I've played the original Resident Evil 3 a lot. I've beaten this game 9 times. So, I think I can have an opinion. Also, I've played a lot of the Resident Evil 2 Remake. I've played the demo of Resident Evil 3 Remake. And also, I watched an entire Let's Play of Resident Evil 3 Remake, which was about 4 to 5 hours long. So I know exactly what the main campaign contains, and I definitely know what I'm talking about. So, enough said. Anybody who said I do not know what I'm talking about, please be quiet. Anyway, I'll just get myself indoors, and then we'll continue my rage. Come on, Jill. Door. Open. Shove. Shoulder. There we go. Good kill. My first complaint I actually made in my Resident Evil 3 demo video. The
September 28th, daylight. The monsters have overtaken the city. Somehow, I'm still alive.
Should we have some quality voice acting? Let's have some quality voice acting.
Okay, we've got to get out of here.
Well, when I say quality, I mean 90s quality.
I just lost my daughter out there. How dare you tell me to go back outside?
I'm sorry about your daughter, but there isn't going to be any rescue. We have to get out of here.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I'd rather starve to death in here than be eaten by one of those undead monsters! Now leave me alone!
Okay. I shall leave you alone. Obviously, you just want to stay inside your trailer. That's fine with me.
I told you!
You calm down yet?
I'm not leaving! Never!
Okay. Bye. Anyway, complaints about Resident Evil 3 Remake. First things first, that Capcom did naughty. The fact that they kept the original costumes for both Jill and Carlos as exclusive to pre-order bonus only. Now, there isn't anything saying that they will not change their minds and put them into the game like they should do. You know, go ahead, do it. It'll be a nice show of goodwill. But that's my first complaint. No original costumes for everybody. This sort of thing should not be just for pre-order bonus only. Now on to my other complaints with the remake. Complaint number 1. The game is way too short, and the game is way too fast. The game feels like this could have been DLC for Resident Evil 2. The game runs very fast, and it doesn't seem to like to stay in certain areas of the game for too long a time, and it just goes by way too quickly. Yeah, now I know a lot of Resident Evil games, they are designed for the speedrunners, so you can speedrun the game and do this game super fast and all that sort of good stuff. Yeah, point well made. I will accept that argument. I'm just gonna make a quick save here. Typewriters. This is the GameCube version I'm playing today. Probably one of the best versions of Resident Evil 3. Alright, let's get out some big toys, because I know a certain jackass will want to rear his ugly head. Rocket launcher. And an assault rifle. I'm gonna assault something. Or someone. His name starts with an N and ends in Emesis. Keep my first aid spray. Grab my key. And I think we're ready to rock and roll. Yep, she's good. Oh yeah, Fortune with rocket launcher, my old friend. I will never, ever get tired of firing you. Anyway, more complaints about Resident Evil 3 Remake. The game also has a lot of cut areas. Important cut areas, I might add. The first cut area is very disappointing, I might add. It's quite a lot of Raccoon City has been cut. The exploration of Raccoon City was one of the most important parts of Resident Evil 3. Exploring the city streets and seeing this city go to hell. You know, that was one of the things that I found enjoyable in the original, and just seeing this city go from a happy, normal place to shit! Apocalypse! You know. Damn! Yeah, when you play the demo of Resident Evil 3 Remake, you've pretty much seen the entire city portion of the game. Which is, I gotta say, a disappointment and a shame. The next area that was either shrunk down or cut is the park. The park is barely in the game. Now, the park wasn't really that important of an area in Resident Evil 3 the original. It was mostly kind of a filler area, but it was a pretty cool area, and I did like it. Ooh, what's over here? If I get lost, I get lost. I haven't played this game in ages. Another area that has been cut and completely destroyed and ruined, I have to say, is the clock tower. Hey buddies! Present for you! How did I miss? There was like 5 zombies! Oh, okay, let me just fix this. Nobody... Okay, that was terrible. I apologize, guys. Yeah, to you too. Okay, get my shotgun, even though I think I've already got the weapons covered, but I'll get my shotgun. And my lighter oil, and we're all set. Wait, did I miss anything? So yeah, the clock tower has been cut from the Resident Evil 3 remake. Now, the clock tower in the original game was a very important area in the game, and it's a big problem that it was cut. Now, I suppose you could argue that the clock tower is unnecessary because of the game's plot in the remake. I'll come back to that little argument in a moment. Even if you do listen to the plot, you could have Jill explore the clock tower area and then have her get infected by Nemesis' tentacle virus. We could go clock tower, boss fight with Nemesis, tentacle virus, and Carlos could still carry her to the hospital and still have the exact same plot, and it would all fit in nicely. And also, you would have another area in your game, and it would not be so short and so disappointing. The clock tower was one of my actual favourite areas from the original Resident Evil 3. I really liked it. It had a lot of great puzzles and... oh dear, someone's getting munched. I'll just grab my map. Uptown map, there we go. Now I know where I'm going. Another thing that's been cut in the remake are the spider enemies. This is a real big shame. I don't know what it is about Capcom. They don't seem to want to make spider enemies anymore. Yes, the drain demos are in the game, but I'll get onto them in a moment. That's my next point. The 8-legged giant spiders from the clock tower completely cut, and this just feels lazy and all that sort of stuff. I think actually releasing this game a year after Resident Evil 2 remake was finished was actually a big mistake, and they should have waited maybe another half a year, or just not rushed it as much. It's definitely shows why a rush game will always be rushed, and whereas if you take your time with the game, it'll be memorable and hopefully it'll be good. Okay, that's not true for all games. Example, Duke Nukem Forever took forever to come out, but it was still a piece of crap. But, you know, not all games are like Duke Nukem Forever. Get out of my way. There we go. Pest control. Problem solved. Now, on to another cutscene, and then I'll go back to ranting again. Brad? Hey Brad, you doing okay, buddy? Do you want some help? I brought the rocket launcher. You know, this may seem a bit excessive, but I've been authorized to use excessive force.
Brad, hang in there. Why isn't someone doing something about this?
I didn't know you were still alive, Jill. The police aren't trained for this kind of situation. What could they do?
Oh, sure we are. We got this.
He's coming for us. We're both gonna die.
What are you saying?
You'll see. He's after STARS members. There's no escape.
Okay, on to my next point. The Drain Demos, the four-legged spiders of the original game. Yes, they're in the game, but they're only in the game for like... I'm gonna say 10 minutes maximum. And the point that they're in the game, they aren't used again, which is disappointing to say the least. You know, you design this enemy and you go to the effort of making that model and you only use it once in the entire game. That's just disappointing. Switch back to the assault rifle here. There we go. Now if I recall, if we go forward and to the left, we can head towards the police station. Another thing that was cut with the remake is the section of the game the laboratory looks completely different. It's actually underneath the hospital in the remake, which seems a little bit odd. Okay, I suppose having a hospital with... oh dear. Oh, what shall I ever do? I'm totally screwed. Let me just back off a little bit. Hey boys! Hey boys. Come on. Who's a good zombie? Come on. All of you. That's it. Everybody at once. Come on. Come on. 1, 2. Boom, babies! Well... Okay, you escaped, but I'm gonna call that an ultra combo. Please die. Get my photo. I am not hurting for health right now. I am doing fine. So yeah, the most of Resident Evil 3 Remake, the one that's supposed to be outside in the city, most of it takes place indoors. They have added in a small underground sort of train station level, which I thought, it's nice that they added something new. Here's the area in the remake where you have fire and you have to use a fire hose. So they have paid homage, I suppose. Another thing that really bugged me about the game is the game only really has one way you can play it. You know, one time you run through the game, that is literally your game, and that's a disappointment and a definite tragedy. One good thing about the remake is the graphics are nice, but it's graphics over gameplay, and gameplay is always more important than graphics. Also, it was nice that they gave Carlos a new segment. He gets to explore the police station instead of Jill. The only boss you fight in the game is Nemesis. Yes, Nemesis has multiple mutations just like in the original, and he comes back every time and he looks different. So, at least that helps with the variety. But it's a shame that the worm boss has been completely cut from the actual game, which is a big disappointment. There's actually a glitch in the original Resident Evil 3 remake. If you go to this door too early in the game, when you get the lockpick, there'll be a glitch. Maybe I'll show it off in this video. Try and break Resident Evil 3, the original. So yeah, the original worm boss, which popped up twice in the game, once in the city and once in the park, has been completely cut from the game. It's a damn shame. Now to my next point. But first we have to say hi to someone. Some full motion video here.
We've got to...
Oh hey Nemi. Brad, shoot her. Ow! Ooh. That's gonna pain. Fine! You want stars? I'll give you stars. Yes, the part of the game where you could select which part of the game you wanted to do, like a sort of old book where you choose your scenario. Completely gone from the game. Well, that's a disappointment. And I really liked these things in the game where you could just actually choose your own adventure and pick where you want to go with the game. It kept the game fresh and kept the game sort of unpredictable, and you could do different things in the game every time. Hey, get off me! Come on, up we get. Knock you down again.
Stars.
Are we done? Are we quite done? We're done. So, yeah. Since we just killed Nemesis, let's talk about the guy in the remake. Nemesis in the remake, he doesn't really follow you that much. He appears at set points in the game, and that's it. He's not the following sort of person he used to be, which I gotta say is another disappointment. Now, Mr. X in the Resident Evil 2 remake was more of a pursuer than Nemesis is in the Resident Evil 3 remakes. It's like they've switched roles or something. It's really weird. So yeah, that's just a disappointment. Okay, let's just log into the computer here. Password 4321. On to the puzzles for the remake. Resident Evil 3 remake, in terms of puzzles, fails in comparison to the other remakes that Capcom has produced for the Resident Evil games. I mean, Resident Evil 2 remake didn't have that many puzzles, but at least it tried. Whereas Resident Evil 3 remake, it just doesn't try. It puts in, well, I want to say minimum effort. It has a train station puzzle, the padlock puzzles from Resident Evil 2 remake, some of them with the same answer, so it's been recycled. And it also has a puzzle towards the end of the game where you have to make a vaccine for the virus. And from what I recall from the video that I watched, which is the full walkthrough of the game, that's it. And that's, I have to say, that's disappointing. Resident Evil 3, the original, actually had some of the hardest puzzles in the Resident Evil universe. And one of the best things about it was, hey, get off! Thank you. I'm going to kick your head across the floor like a fucking football. Or for you Americans out there, soccer. Furthermore, in the original Resident Evil 3, the puzzles were randomized. Each puzzle had 3 different answers, and the game would randomize throughout each playthrough. In the remake, on the hard difficulty levels, the puzzles apparently change and the item layout changes, but okay, let's get going. Yeah, so I'm pretty disappointed. But you know what else shocked, annoyed, and disappointed me even more? My brain was like, oh god, no, please, guys, no. Let me just remember that code. I wrote it down. Let's see, it's oh well. 4, 3, 2. Okay, well, I forgot the code. I'll go back to the computer and get it. But it doesn't matter. It's not like a serious walkthrough anyway. It's just a little rant video. Anyway. Yeah, the same team who worked on the Resident Evil 3 remake that I recently got, that was way too short and quite disappointing, are actually going to work on another game, which I'll get onto in a moment. They're actually going to work on the Resident Evil 4 remake. Capcom. This team is obviously not ready to handle a remake like Resident Evil 4. There we go, 4, 3, 1, 2. Resident Evil 4, yes, it's a pretty old game, and yes, it's a pretty famous game, and yes, there are certain parts of it that are a bit archaic and could do with a remake. But this particular team you've got doing the remakes at the moment is not equipped to make a Resident Evil 4 remake. From what I've seen of the Resident Evil 3 remake, no. Just no, guys. You haven't got the skills, you haven't got the developers, you haven't got the... Just no, you're just not ready for this. Would I like to see Capcom do some more Resident Evil remakes? Oh boy, to be honest, I'm skeptical of every remake that Capcom's going to be putting out forward now. Resident Evil remake on the GameCube, fantastic game, you did a brilliant job, guys. Resident Evil 2 remake on the PlayStation 4 last year, you did a good job. But hey, get off! Did I say you could bite my neck? No! But Resident Evil 4 is not a good idea right now. This team obviously is not equipped. I remember putting a post on Facebook of games that I'd like to see remade, and to be honest, before handling Resident Evil 4, I would do one that's a little bit easier, a little bit simpler, and a game that actually needs it. Example, Code Veronica, possibly Resident Evil 0, and perhaps Dino Crisis. Resident Evil 4, you don't need to do it right now, and this team definitely doesn't need to do it. They're just not ready. They're not experienced enough, and they're not equipped enough. Games like this need time and effort and love and care put into them, which is what obviously was put into Resident Evil Remake 1 and Resident Evil Remake 2. Whereas Resident Evil 3 Remake, it's an average game at best, but when it misses out important things like the clock tower and the park area and boss fights and other iconic things about the original, it's a failure. Anyway, it felt nice to get that out of my system. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.